Hey guys, Richard Heine here. Welcome to the course. First of all, I want to thank you. Thank you for the trust you've shown in me and my course. I'm really excited for you. It's something I take very seriously. Signing up for a course like this, it's always kind of a big commitment and an investment. And I'm not talking about money. I'm talking about the ultimate investment in yourself. So, again, thank you, and I just want to take a moment of my time to honor that. First, let's talk what you're going to learn from this course, what you're going to get from this course. This course is composed out of 5 modules. Each module contains about 5 units, not about, but exactly 5 units, and each unit is roughly 15 minutes, give or take. The first module is kind of a little bit of everything. A kind of a quick and useful start into casual Japanese. Second module is all about hanging out with your friends, mainly inviting them out, kind of scheduling the whole thing. Third module is building upon the second one. It's still about hanging out, but it's more like after you hang out with your like while you're hanging out with your friends, maybe like, hey, what do you call this? Or, oh, this looks good. Oh, this is delicious. Kind of making the conversation. The fourth module will be about human relationships because, let's face it, human relationships are kind of a big topic. Maybe you want to tell your friend that you have a girlfriend, or maybe your friend wants to tell you that she's going on a date tomorrow. Whatever it is, these things happen often in human life, and as such, you should be familiar to some extent, like regarding vocab and things like that. The fifth module will be again kind of building upon the previous module, but we'll be focusing more about on the feelings. So like feeling down, feeling happy. Also, it will be bringing everything together kind of and adding some new elements to it. And with the final unit, we will be finishing off with just some essential vocab that didn't quite fit in anywhere else in the course, but you should know because it will be a great help understanding casual Japanese conversation. Each unit is composes out of review, new stuff, and a review. So that's basically the rough structure of each unit, except for the first one because there's nothing to review at the beginning, but you'll see for yourself soon enough. The recommended approach to this course is uh, well, you have 5 modules, right? Each 5 units. So here's how I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking of this course as 5-week program. Okay, let's assume you start on Monday and you're going each day 1 unit. Okay, so by Friday you're gonna have a module done, and then on weekend you can either take a little break or maybe review some of the units that were giving you some trouble. And then on next Monday, you'll start with the next module and you just go from there. Same thing over and over again. Now, this is the recommended approach. However, if there's anything I've learned about humans is that there are fast learners and slow learners. And it's okay to be one or the other, there's no problem with that. But you might want to consider how you want to approach this course. So what I recommend is start with the recommended approach first and kind of see for yourself, is it too fast? Is it too slow? How do you want to handle it? I know it's hard to start with a new language, okay? Trust me, I know. I speak 4 languages and I studied more, but I kind of left those behind because they didn't quite call out to me quite as much as Japanese and Chinese did. Uh, but yeah, I know it's hard to start and it's hard to stick with it. Oh boy, you kind of need that. You kind of need those quick results to feel okay. I can do this, or no, I can't do this. Better find something else. I know. You need that positive reinforcement. And I kept this in mind when I was making this course, and I was trying to make it as newbie friendly as possible, with often reviewing stuff and also uh, teaching a little bit by little, trying really hard not to overwhelm you. We'll see if I succeeded or not. Let me know in the review section, please. And here's what I recommend. Okay, if you're a slow learner, here's what I want you to do. If that one unit is maybe too overwhelming, too hard, or you didn't catch everything, at the end of every unit, I say this thing. If you feel you didn't do too well, don't worry, take a break and try again later. So what does this mean? This means you should redo the unit either that day or the next day, whatever is more convenient for you. But it's only 15 minutes. I'm sure you can fit in the same day. Maybe you do one unit in the morning. You feel like, I could use a little bit more practice. Then you do it again, maybe in the afternoon or before you go to sleep, whatever you prefer. Or right away, you can do whatever you want. So if it's too fast for you, do the same unit twice a day. Okay, if it's too slow for you, then what you want to do is you want to do 2 units a day or 3. Or if you're crazy and drinking one Red Bull after another and combining with coffee, then do an entire module in one day. It's totally okay. Do whatever is suits your pace the most. However, there was one really great quote I heard from this martial artist, and that was have fun 51% of the time and 49% work hard. So think about it. What does that mean? It really means don't hate what you're doing. Enjoy what you're doing, but give it your all. Okay, so I know, like I was talking about the motivation, I know it's kind of hard to kind of stick with it, and because learning language, it's a long process. It's not a thing that you just do and it's done. And if you stop studying, you will start to forget. And even if you were really good before, you'll start to drop really fast. So you always kind of need to keep it alive. And if you're having these kinds of problems with motivation, because a lot of people do. Some people have amazing willpower and they have no problem. But some people do have problems. And here's what I recommend. Study as much as you can, give it your all, but the moment it's just before it stops being fun, just stop, call it a day, unless you have some deadline you have to meet, in which case you might want to muscle through it. But just when you stop while it's still fun, then that will really keep the motivation alive, and that's what will keep bringing you, that's what will keep making you keep coming back. Okay, and that's really important, because if you just do it even when you hate it, it's really gonna suck the motivation and the enthusiasm you had for it when you first started this thing out. It will suck it right out of you. So don't let yourself get overwhelmed like that, and just keep it healthy, keep it fun, but give it your all. This course is focused on beginners. It's totally for beginners. I assume you know 0 things about Japanese, so no previous stuff is necessary. Only some English, and you're good. On the other hand, if you already did perhaps my polite Japanese course, then that's good, because you can think of this as the next thing. Some of the vocab will be similar, or even the same, but the main thing is you will learn how to say, you will learn the casual forms of some of the same vocab. So that is very useful, and that's kind of how you want to transition when you're talking with friends. Now, when you first start off and you're talking to a stranger, you always want to stick with polite Japanese. And then when you kind of want to start becoming closer friends, you want to switch to casual Japanese. However, you don't do it just switch like quickly like that. Don't do that. It's not a very smart move. So what you want to do is you kind of drop in word here and word there of casual Japanese, from casual Japanese into your polite speech, and then you'll see how people react to that. And then only 2 things can happen. You have positive reaction or a negative. If it's neutral, then it's kind of a positive. Okay. If it's negative, you want to step back for a little bit and stick with polite Japanese for a little bit longer. If it's positive or kind of neutral, then you want to add more words from casual Japanese until ultimately you'll arrive at just pure casual Japanese. So it's kind of the strategy you want to take with Japanese people and how you really build those friendships, strong relationships. So that's pretty much everything I wanted to cover in this welcome video. Just one last final thing. I have a favor to ask of you. Please take a moment of your time, go ahead and rate my course, give me some feedback, give me thumbs down, up, whatever. Let me know how I'm doing. I need that feedback so that I can improve the course, build better courses in the future. If you don't give me that, I can put all the work in it, all the effort in it, but it just won't be as good as it can be with your help. So please, it'll mean a lot to me. It will help me a great deal if you just take a few minutes of your time and rate my course and let me know how I'm doing. With that, welcome to the course. Go ahead and check out the first unit, and I'll see you there.